right. Wind is the ultimate enemy of the YouTuber. Beaches tend to have some stormy seas. Oh, let me tell you. It is very windy today, and we all know wind is the ultimate enemy of the YouTuber. But we'll try to do our best. Let's get started. Ooh-wee, it's windy out here today. Gonna blow the trees over the way it's going. Hello everyone. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Oh, it's just been some crazy weather. We're getting over the storm and we're just getting back to normal. Today's first story is a local story from here in Florida. See, after we get all this crazy hurricane weather, the beaches tend to have some stormy seas with great waves for surfing. So the Florida surf crew always comes out after a storm. No different after this last hurricane we just had. Many of the surfers on the East Coast hit the water right away. Waves are pretty big right after the storm. Well, one of our local doctors, colleague of mine, Dr. Donald Walsh, don't know him personally, from New Smyrna Beach, Florida, that's over on the East Coast, decided he would do some surfing, catch some waves right after the storm broke. And he was out there, he was having a good old time, and boom, he caught some air, which is every surfer's dream, I guess. Snowboarders, surfers, they all like catching that wicked air. Well, Dr. Donald caught some wicked air. Only problem is, when he came back down, he was no longer on his board. He landed on top of a shark. Yep, great white shark actually. And we all know they do not appreciate being turned into a surfboard. So, much like you would think, Dr. Donald got himself bit. Said he didn't even notice it was a shark he was landing on until the very last second. At that moment, he realized he was mounting the animal. He was landing on the animal and only had a split second to think. So, of course, out of natural reaction, he pushed the beast away, but it had already done what sharks do, start chomping into the dock. He was able to get a hold of his surfboard. Actually, has to be one of the rarest shark bite incidents ever. You see, the good old doctor got bit in his hand. I believe it was his left hand, 4 fingers, and his shin, but only bit. Didn't lose a finger, didn't lose a leg. Pretty good sized gash in the shin. 4 fingers, all attached, just, you know, hanging there, bleeding pretty bad. Doctor's gonna be fine. Was able to get a hold of the surfboard, get on top. I guess the shark wasn't really hungry, just pissed that he was trying to catch a ride and swam off. Just let him go. I'm happy to say the doctor is making a full recovery and will be back out surfing in no time flat. But how about that, huh? Why don't you let me know? Are you a surfer? Have you ever run into a shark while you're surfing? Have you ever caught some air and landed on a shark? I'm guessing that's gotta be one of the rarest situations ever. But cool? Oh, most definitely. That was some kick-ass thing to just punch it in the nose and swim off. I mean, you're our badass of the month, Doc. Only you. And it would have to be a doctor, you know, as doctors are pretty badass. But, like I said, not a problem. 4 fingers, a shin, a little bite. Like a big dog bite, looked like from the pictures, not much worse. But a true survivor. So thumbs up to Dr. Donald Walsh, our badass shark back bear riding surfer of the day. But if you like that one, oh, I got a real good one coming to you next. So let's check it out. All right, our next story, this is the one that really got my attention. It comes to us from Cornwall in the UK. Now, there is an old myth dates back to the early 1900s about an half man, half owl, the Owl Man of Cornwall. Oh, that's right. A unusual, mythical creature. Hadn't been seen since the 1970s. Well, we have a ghost hunter out trying to prove or disprove the law. Goes to the local cemetery there in Cornwall, and lo and behold, bam! Our ghost hunter, Mr. Mark Davis, how you doing, buddy? Claims that not only did he see the Owl Man, but he actually got footage of it. Now, I searched the internet high and low looking for this so-called footage and was unable to find it. I guess our ghost hunter wanted to keep that proprietary and hold it to himself. But I find it hard to believe that you would have the scoop of a lifetime in half man, half owl footage and not share it with anyone. But hey, I'm a believer, so let's go to it. It seems that in the town of Cornwall back in the early 1900s, there were many sightings of the half owl, half man, Owl Man. And he was supposedly not very violent, just more of a spook or a scare. The original story goes that two teenage girls were out after sundown, happened to be passing by the local Cornwall graveyard, and boom, there he appeared. A beast-like creature that had a half man, half owl personality. I guess he had the head of the man on the body of an owl, but the arms of a human. Very, very interesting creature. I would think he would have went for the wings of an owl and legs of a man, but hey, maybe you don't have a choice in this situation, right? Gotta take what life throws at you and deal with it. Anyway, two young girls, teenage girls, let's keep that in mind. But hey, I love teenagers. Why can't they get it right like the rest of us? They go back to town, scream into high heavens. I guess gets the attention of the local authorities, who also come out and witness Owl Man in all his glory. Pretty cool, right? I wish I could have witnessed Owl Man. Anyway, the folklore goes that whenever it is changing seasons and you happen to be in the vicinity of the cemetery, you too could fall victim to Owl Man and his shenanigans. Now, I didn't find anything where Owl Man has committed any kind of atrocities or crimes other than scaring people. So maybe he's just misunderstood, right, people? Maybe Owl Man is a friend and he's trying to bring us a message from, I don't know, the beyond, the alternate universe, different timeline. But I haven't found one story in all my research where the Owl Man actually hurt anyone or even physically attacked anyone. So, Cornwall, get it together. It sounds like you have the largest scientific find of a lifetime and you guys are wasting it. I would be concentrating my efforts on communicating with Owl Man and seeing if he has some greater knowledge to share with us. But at this time, this is the first sighting since the 1970s. So Owl Man's been keeping it under wraps, I guess. But let me know, what do you think? You know this story? Fill me in on some more. I couldn't find much out about it. Something new to you? Half man, half owl? Terrifying? Or just absolutely cool? I don't know. I guess it would startle you when you first see it, but I would tend to think it's absolutely cool as hell. I would love to find an Owl Man. And for those of you that have been watching the channel for a while, you know I'm a big fan of cemeteries. I love haunted things, and I absolutely have a thing for haunted cemeteries. So, Cornwall, get ready. As soon as I can afford a ticket, I'm gonna go over there and look for your Owl Man. Maybe make first contact, who knows? I'd be on the cover of Nat Geo, me and the Owl Man. And for sure, I'm putting the video up. But if you like that story, I got one more, not quite as terrifying, but pretty out of the ordinary, to say the least. Let's see what that's all about. All right there, girls and boys. I have one more story for you. It actually gonna encompass 2 countries. I love when I can get a dual unusual news from around the world in. This story will contain both a French car driver and the country of Spain. Now, they're on the border of each other, so I guess it's not that incredible. But this particular story comes to us from the Pyrenees Mountains. Hey, you wouldn't think you'd get many stories out of there, right? Well, I found one. It appears that our friend, a French driver, was taking his nephew to school, taking a route across the Pyrenees Mountain that leads into Spain. Gotta be a hell of a commute for that poor kid every day, huh? From France to Spain just to go to school? I applaud you, young man. I'm not quite sure I'd be up for that. And Uncle, holy moly, Uncle, you're the man. Drive this young man to school every day from what I read. Anyway, sounds like a beautiful ride as well. While they were crossing the Pyrenees Mountain, they were having a wonderful discussion, and out of nowhere, boom! Cow! That's right, you heard me. A 500-kilogram cow, over 1,000-pound cow, falls from the sky above. Out of nowhere, didn't fall off a truck, fell from the sky. You heard me right. Evidently, cows are grazing on the side of that mountain on a regular basis. This fellow, unfortunately, lost their footing and slipped off the edge of the mountain, and amazingly missed the road below it, went airborne, fell almost 100 feet, and came smack dab down in the top of the car. Unbelievable, right? No one was hurt. Not uncle, not nephew, everybody just fine. Unfortunately, cow didn't do so well. It was the demise of the cow. Let's have a moment of silence for poor Mr. Cow or Mrs. Cow. Either way, cow didn't make it. But, fortunately enough, it was not our French friend's time. Neither himself or the child was injured in any way whatsoever. Unfortunately, the car, total loss. Young man, unable to make school that day, but with good reason. I really hope his teachers gave him an excused day off because, man, that number one, even if it wasn't true, it's got to be one of the best stories and excuses for not making it to school. I've never heard that. A cow fell on the roof of my car. We couldn't make it today. That deserves a pass just for that alone. But just happy to see that in such a tragic moment and what could have been a really big loss of life. I mean, it's amazing that Uncle didn't just veer off the side of the mountain himself and come crashing down. But he held it together, brought the car to an emergency stop, and, you know, saved his life and his nephew's. Just outstanding. But, you know, here's a heads up. If you're on a windy mountain road, you may want to look up every now and then and keep an eye out for falling cows because it happens. Now, pigs flying? Haven't found that story yet, but I'm working on it. Well, I think that's about it for our strange and odd news from around the world today. But just like to take a moment to welcome our new partner, Amazon. Anything you need from A to Z, Amazon delivers it to your door. That's right, Amazon's partnered with us and they want to see our channel grow. So, if you use those links down below, I put my camera gear up there and things I think you would find interesting and a good deal. Amazon will contribute a small percentage of that sale to this here channel and help support us. And it's for anything you buy using that link. So if you want to buy something from Amazon, if you have a need, use one of our links below. I know you guys love supporting the channel. And help us welcome our new friend Amazon on board to the community. Hopefully their YouTube channel will drop by and sign up as well. I don't think they've done that yet. But again, let's show our love to our new partner, Amazon. Everything from food to camera gear, A to Z. Amazon has it, brings it right to you. And don't forget about Amazon Prime. Makes your shipping free on almost anything. But y'all know how we do it. Comment, like, subscribe. Love ya. See y'all in the next one. Amazon. Really cool, people.